It's Week 17 of the 2042 season, and we'll see this team's leader at quarterback. He's putting together a tremendous campaign and is within range of the single-season passing record. We're just moments away from the action, and it's
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Throwing to start the drive. Burrell, he finds his man, complete. It's Grant, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. In motion is Grant. Now the first carry for Bush. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 20 carries, 97 yards.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for the first with Bush. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And on now is the punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number 1, including himself.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 124 yards.
One thing I do know, teams in the NFL don't treat this like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. It's been mentioned all week long about going out and getting him the rushing title. He'll see the ball, and he'll see it often.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down. Frost. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. Frost. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
2nd and 9 now. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's 2nd in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me, because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw. Burrell. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Burrell. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
An absolutely dominating series from that pass rush to record the safety. 3 sacks in a row shouldn't be possible against an NFL offensive line. But there they are, dropping him on 3 straight reps, the last of which came in the end zone for 2 points.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Taking it about the 16. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing to start the drive. Frost got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. Back to throw. Frost. And he slings one that's incomplete. When you look at this defense, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets them the first.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. He finds his man, complete. That's Price. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. 44 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Oh, good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been one of the most consistent pieces of their offense all year long, no doubt. Shouldn't be much of a surprise then to see him among the league leaders in rushing here late in the season. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Grant. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
On the counter, it's Bush. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Burrell. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Murphy. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They give to Bush going right.
To the 36-yard line, stop there. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And with the playoffs ahead, this is how you build momentum, because they pitched a shutout last week, and I don't care who you're playing. That's not easy to do at this level, and they're playing their best football at the right time of year.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 15 yards on the play, first down. Looking to throw. Burrell. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Frost. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 16-0. That's the score after one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. As they've got it as we resume action. 2nd and 6. He finds his man, complete. It's Price. Now inside the 25. Touchdown! A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A give left side, Bush. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll keep it in the hands of Bush.
He'll get this down to the 38.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Over the middle, complete. That's Kelly. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Bush trying the middle. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. He finds his man, complete. That's Maxwell. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Bush running left. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Off the bootleg, Burrell. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Back to throw. Burrell. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 10 yards out. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he comes into these final couple of games as the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Frost.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. They run up the middle with Bush. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From the 24 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Frost.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Off the play fake. Frost. That is caught. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Frost. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. Back to throw. Frost. And he will find his man on the outside. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 3. That is caught at the 7-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. Back to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So that one a long 11-play drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 2nd and 4. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Off play action. Burrell. Complete to Kellen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd and 1. He finds his man. Complete. That's Bush. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man. Complete. It's Bush. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. All told, they get 13 yards on that play.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bush. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And his kick here is good. And that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports?
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
60 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Looking to throw. Frost. Catch is made by Metcalf. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Frost. Touchdown! A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Burrell. Over the middle, complete. That's Murphy. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a 1st down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
They'll run it with Bush. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll go again with Bush. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Murphy. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Looking to throw. Burrell, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this one's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Back to throw. Frost. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Looking to throw. Frost. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Back to throw. Frost. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
3rd and 3.
A give. This is Bush.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they've pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like the empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And down to the 36-yard line here.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It's a pickup of 6. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Frost. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Off play action. Burrell. He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Operating from the gun, Burrell.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Burrell.
This pass complete to Melton.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good gain of 12 yards that time. Back to throw. Burrell. He finds his man, complete. That's Murphy. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Burrell. And it's caught. Touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to get a score back.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
102 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Frost looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Price. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Looking to throw. Frost. And he's got his man on the out route. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Frost. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Lindsey is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Again, it's Lindsey.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. 2nd down and inches. He finds his man complete. That's Bush. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Burrell. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Now 2nd and 3.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
Back to throw. Burrell. That's caught by Kelly. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Off the play fake. Burrell. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Murphy. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for our visitors,
They move to a sparkling 15-1 with 1 game still to go in the regular season.
and for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.